First substitute, Senate Concurrent Resolution 3.
First substitutes in Senate Concurrent Resolution 3, concurrent resolution honoring Wataru Misaka. Senator Iwamoto.
Senator Iwamoto.
Thank you, Mr. President. The family is coming out in front, and I would just like to introduce his son, Hank, if you could put your hand up, and his daughter, Kenna, and then Watt's daughter, Nancy Umamura, with her husband, Carrie, he's not here yet, and her son, Joel, as well as other members of the family, and also family and friends on the balcony. So I would like to acknowledge also the presence of University of Utah President Ruth Watkins and Mark Harlan, the University of Utah Director of Athletics, who are here also. One person is missing. It's Arnie Ferrant, who is his teammate. He had surgery on Tuesday and he wanted to come so badly, but he wasn't feeling good at all, so he is not here. On the monitors, as we're doing the resolution, I wanted to show you the video of the University of Utah National Championship game against Kentucky in 1947, and Watt is circled, as you can see. I wanted to bring this resolution when Watt was alive, but he and his wife were extremely humble people and declined. But it seemed fitting to honor him for all that he has meant, not just for his prowess in sports, but for the racial barriers he broke and service to our country. I knew Watt as one of the nicest persons you could ever know and had no idea he was a household name around the country until I left Utah. And with that, I'd like Madam Reading Clerk, if you could read. I just wanted to say it's not the whole resolution because of time constraints, but we will present you with the full resolution. And with that, I'd like Madam Reading Clerk to read this resolution. Thank you.
Go ahead, Madam Reading Clerk.
Be it resolved by the Senate, the State of Utah, and the Governor concurring therein. Whereas Wataru Watt Misaka, who broke the color barrier by being the first person of color to play in what is now the National Basketball Association, the NBA, died on November 21st, 2019 in Salt Lake City at the age of 95. He was born and raised in Ogden. He was a 5'7" tall Japanese American whose basketball career began at Ogden High School, where he led his team to the 1940 state championship and regional championship in 1941. He enrolled in the University of Utah and helped lead the basketball team to win the 1944 National Collegiate Athletic Association Championship over Dartmouth. While fellow Japanese Americans were interned in concentration camps, Mr. Misaka took a 2-year pause from college and served in the United States Army during World War II. The University of Utah basketball team, and by holding the Kentucky Wildcats All-American and Player of the Year guard Ralph Beard to just 1 point, the University of Utah won the 1947 National Invitation Tournament Championship. His New York fame and fan base was such that the owner of the New York Knicks, Ned Irish, signed Mr. Misaka to the first ever collegiate draft pick in the New York Knicks for a salary of $3,000 per year, making him the first person of color to start a game in what is now known as the NBA, preceding the first African American to play in the NBA by 3 years. Mr. Misaka was referred to as a Hawaiian American to make his ethnicity more acceptable. After the Knicks cut Mr. Misaka, he declined an invitation to join the Harlem Globetrotters and returned to the University of Utah, earning a degree in engineering and subsequently working as a mechanical engineer. Later in life, Mr. Misaka was honored for his athletic achievements through his induction into the Utah Sports Hall of Fame, the Japanese American Sports Hall of Fame, and Weber State University Hall of Fame. Mr. Misaka was recognized by the Japanese American Citizens League in 2011 for his championship, spirit, and leadership role in inspiring sports fans to look beyond race in the 1940s, when anti-Japanese sentiment was at an all-time high. Mr. Misaka was inducted into the Japanese American National Bowling Association Hall of Fame and Salt Lake City Bowling Hall of Fame. Mr. Misaka's contribution to college and professional basketball as a Japanese American during times of racial discrimination merits recognition. And now, therefore, be it resolved that the Senate of the State of Utah, the governor concurring therein, honors the memory of Kilowatt Misaka and his legacy of being the first person of color to play professional basketball.
Thank you. Back to you, Senator Iwamoto.
I just want to say we love you, Watt and Katie. We miss you. Mr. President, I move that we suspend the rules for SCR 3.
We have a motion to suspend the rules for first substitute Senate concurrent resolution 3. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Rule that motion passes.
We'd like to now move into the Committee of the Whole.
We have a motion to resolve to a committee of the whole. Discussion? See no discussion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Move that. Rule that motion passes. Senator Iwamoto, we want to hear from.
Yes, we want to hear from Mark Harlan at this time.
Mark, right up here at the mic, if you would.
Thank you, Mr. President, and to your colleagues, I appreciate being here. Wataru Misaka's legacy is that of a champion. He won championships as a student at Utah and was a champion in this country, whose dignity shined through as a trailblazer and as a pioneer. Those who perform as a champion at Utah are greatly valued, but also for what they accomplish in their lives beyond graduation. Watt's achievements are extraordinary, and the profound impact he made leaves a legacy of great pride for his family, for the state of Utah, this country, and all who benefited from the opportunities he created. For this, and so much more, I am very proud to announce today that we will honor Mr. Misaka by retiring his jersey in the John M. Huntsman Center. He will forevermore be honored and celebrated with the legends who have competed at the University of Utah. Congratulations to the family.
Wow, thank you very much. A very special day. Senator Iwamoto, to dissolve the Committee of the Whole, if you'd make that motion.
Yes.
Motion to dissolve the Committee of the
I
Whole.
move that we dissolve the Committee of the Whole.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? To rule that motion passes. Now, we need a motion to pass the bill, Senator Iwamoto.
Under suspension of the rules, I move that SCR 3 be read for the second and third time and up for final passage.
And the question is, shall first substitute Senate concurrent resolution 3 pass? Roll call vote.
Senators Andrick. Aye. Bramble. Senator Bramble. Aye. Buxton. Aye. Christensen. Aye. Cullimore. Aye. Davis. Aye. Escamilla. Aye. Fillmore. Aye. Grover. Aye. Harper. Aye. Hemmert. Senator Hemmert. Henderson. Aye. Hilliard. Aye. Hinkins. Aye. Ibsen. Aye. Iwamoto.
Aye.
Kitchen.
Aye.
Maine. Aye. McKay. Senator McKay. Milner. Okerlund. Reeby. Sandel. Stevenson. Thatcher. Vickers. Weiler. Winterton. President Adams.
Aye. First substitute Senate concurrent resolution 3, having received 27 yea votes, 0 nay votes, 2 being absent, passes this body. Congratulations. Again, what a great honor to honor such a great man, and again, to have that connection with Utah is so significant. Thank you again for being here. Appreciate that.